Welcome to the live stream, Armwrestling fans. Today we have a very special guest, an 18-year-old world champion from Croatia, Rino Mašić. How are you doing, brother?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine as well. And you are the talk of the town right now. Like everyone is talking about you, and youngest arm wrestler to be that I have the pleasure to invite on my channel. Probably the youngest guy to beat Krasimir Kostadinov. So we are going to talk a lot about your performance at WAF. But before that, where did you begin? Like, please tell us a brief introduction about, or maybe a detailed introduction about yourself.
Yes, of course. Well, I began when I was 13 years old. I started doing powerlifting actually when I was really young. My dad was had a gym, and he always used to take me with him to the gym, and I trained with him. And then I actually tried a bunch of different sports at that time, but team sports don't really sit with me. I don't like relying on other people because I yeah I work a lot on myself, but other people don't tend to do that, and then I rely on them. And I really like solo sports that you do on your own. And then I started doing arm wrestling because my family was in arm wrestling for a very long time, so it's a family tradition. And I just got really interested in it, and kind of started and didn't stop. I've been training for 4 years, for about 4 years now. And I'm really happy with the way that I've been training and the results that I've been able to get by now.
And tell us something about your family background. Like, was your father also very strong, like genetics from him?
Yes, yes. So it all starts from my grandfather. My dad, and my uncle were in arm wrestling, and they were doing, and they organized a lot of tournaments around Croatia at that time. But there were small local tournaments, and they tried to get people interested in the sport, and they did. And then we had then a bigger kind of federation was made in Croatia, where bigger tournaments could be held as well. And then it started all from there. And I get my genetics from my father and from my grandfather as well.
Right. And Mohammed is saying, poor Krazi, he has a six-time losing streak. No, Krazi on the right arm actually won his weight category. He's the champion,
Yes.
current champion. We're talking about the left arm here. Yes, Alpha also mentioned that this is left-handed. So when did you start competing? Like what was your or when you won your first nationals? Is nationals a big thing in Croatia? Like what is the arm wrestling scene over
Yes.
there right now?
Well, the arm wrestling scene here in Croatia is pretty strong, I would say. If you want to get at the top level, if you want to go to the European Championship or the World Championship, you need to be the champion of your category in the national championships. And first time that I competed on nationals, I was 15 years old, and I won the 85 kilo category, left and right hand, and that immediately got me into the kind of representation of Croatia. And we went together to the European Championship. And but my first championship was a local one near my hometown. And then I went to an international championship as well. And then all started from there.
If you also tell me that you were also the kid who was losing in the beginning and then he worked his way up, I'm not going to believe that story. I will not believe that. I'm
But it was
assuming
like
as
that. It was exactly like that.
it was like that. Like from someone
Yes.
like you, we would expect like you would be dominating 20-year-old kids when you were like 11 years old. This is what we would
No,
assume.
no. Yeah. But it wasn't like that.
Right. So, clearly listening to your English, it is very clear that you have been speaking English for probably more than a decade. Like, is English a main language? Like everyone speaks in English in your country?
No, but we have a good system. So English is a secondary language in Croatia, and we really do push it that all Croatians know a bit of English. So it would be a secondary language, and I learned it mostly from video games as I used to play video games a lot when I was younger. So I talked with a lot of people online, and that's how I learned it.
Yeah. So basically the same situation as India. main language here is Hindi, and like almost everyone knows English. And say it was same with me as well. Watching WWF when I was a kid and playing video games. Best way to learn English. Best
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Pradeep, brother, big news in his latest video. Okay, Michael Todd. So I've already recorded the video about Monster Michael Todd. His match is cancelled with his match with Prudnik is cancelled, and also the John Brzezinski match that has also been cancelled for Monster Factory. So I'm quite sure Engin has already looked for a replacement. He'll be announcing it soon, and the video will be uploaded on my channel soon. That was the reason for delay in this live stream. He's injured, yes. So I'd like to ask you, when was the first time you stepped out of your country to compete in an international arm wrestling tournament? Or maybe in
Well,
some other
it
sport as
was
well.
no, I never went out to compete outside of Croatia in any other sport. The first time was actually last year when I went to Lithuania, or I think it's Lithuania on the European Championship, and that was the actual first time that I stepped out of Croatia to compete.
Right. Okay. So please tell us something about yourself. Like how tall are you? What is your current weight? We know you are competing in 100, so it has to be somewhere around that range. And like a lot of people are interested in bicep size and forearm size.
So my current height is 187 centimeters tall, and I weigh about 103 kilos now. And I'm planning on competing actually in the 110 category next year because it's quite difficult for me to maintain this weight. And I had to cut a lot of weight for the World Championship. My bicep size is 47 centimeters, and my forearm size is 40 centimeters.
All right. Which is a very good thing. You look really lean even now, and you are saying that you are having a very difficult time cutting weight. So it shows that you are
Yeah.
a big human being. US won't have substitute. Yes, no substitute. Okay, guys, please, we'll try to keep this live stream about Rino as much as possible because he is the star of the tournament, star of the night. Dave Kalachevi. Okay. So international, like when you mentioned your first tournament, Lithuania, I think it was. What was the result there?
Well, I got two first places in the junior class 80 plus kilo, and I competed in the 110 kilo class, and I was sixth or something like that. I was in the sixth place, and in 110 plus kilo class, I was fifth or something like that.
So for our viewers, please explain the age categories for like for WAF, like what is sub junior and junior and then youth. Youth I think is 21 and junior is 18.
Yes, so the sub-junior class is till you're 15 years old, and then juniors until you're 18 years old, and youth is being changed now. It's until you're 23 years old.
Okay,
So
it has been
yeah,
changed to
it
23. Because
yes,
last time I heard because of the COVID situation, 2021, they had that move to 22. Last time I don't think it was 23.
yes. Because in 2020 there were
Yeah,
no
yeah,
championships held, and you had a 1 year kind of
yeah,
they accepted you for 1 year
yeah.
over. Yeah. So, but it's being changed in the system. So, youth is being moved to 23 years old. Until you're 23, you can compete in youth class.
All right. So until you turn 24, nobody really has a chance to win anything in the in that division. Like
Yeah, yeah, I would say
five
so. Yes.
5 years of dominance. Bad luck for the other guys. Okay, Reno come to India. He's asking, what can he say about this match with Ongar Baev? Ongar Baev looked invincible in that left hand category, man.
Yeah, he was really strong. I expected him to be strong, but he's really fair in the setup. I really didn't have any problems setting up with him, and he's really, really strong. His hand control is amazing. But I don't know if we went into a hook or something like that, it would be a bit different. But his hand control is crazy, crazy strong. In the strap, you feel like you have 5 straps on you, not just one, because he just knows somehow how to control your wrist completely in that strap.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, I know it is a complete guess. Do you think Ongarbayev would have won the right hand division as well if he competed? And are you aware of the exact reason why didn't he compete right handed?
So I do think he would win the right hand competition as well. As I might it might be that his right hand is stronger.
Stronger,
I'm
yeah.
not quite sure, but I think it is quite a bit stronger than his left hand. And he didn't compete because he was sick. So he got ill before the competition, and he was in quite a bad shape. So that's why he didn't compete.
All right. And Mark Skigera with a 75 dirham super chat. Thank you very much, brother. Wala Puno for coming on Reno. Happy Diwali. Happy
Yeah,
Diwali
that
is like it is Indian festival tonight, Diwali festival. And
yeah, yeah. He
you'll tell
said
us, yeah,
yeah, thank you very much. That means Hvala puno.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what can you match? Ongarbayev, we already discussed about that. And first big win, when did it come for you? Was it in the Europeans or Worlds?
Yeah, yes. I think Europeans this year, I won against Bogdan Stojka. He was my first really big win, and I was really happy with that. But I think now is definitely Krasimir. I won against him, so I think that's my new biggest achievement.
So, what exactly was the situation when you met Krasimir? Not now, but back in the Europeans this year. Like, how did that come out? And which weight class? Of course, it was like for the viewers. I want to clarify the things because not many people right now are interested in WAF. So, was it in the 100 kg senior
Yes,
division
it
where
was.
you met him?
Yes, yeah, yeah, it is. And we met in the semifinals. No, we met before the semifinals. I lost to him, and then we met in the finals as well. And I stopped him in a hook with my left arm, and then he made a foul, and then we reset the match, and then he beat me.
So, before that, you won your own class easily, or was there any hard
Yeah.
match?
No, no, there were no hard matches. The difference between European and the World Championship is quite a large difference. It's way easier in the European championships than Worlds. This World Championship made me realize that. Now, yeah, definitely.
And over 50 people watching, please guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you can just feel happy about the way Reno talks. Like, he's talking about Europeans and he's using the word way easier, which is just amazing. Only you can afford to say that. Okay, look at the maturity being shown by this young man. The world will be just fine. God bless the new generation, Mark Skigera is saying. Okay,
Thank
John
you.
Brown, great show. Same thought, Carson. Okay, 42. Yes. So it is good that we are seeing the new athletes right now, and only in the European countries. I would say some people get upset when I say the same thing about North America. But in North America, we don't really know who are the new athletes to replace the Todd Hutchings, the John Brissings, the Devon Ledds when they retire from arm wrestling. Dave
Yeah.
Chaffee, Jerry Cadret, we don't have them in North America. Corey West is one possibility, but he's also like 33, 34 years old, not really young, but he's young in terms of arm wrestling experience. So we can look forward to his progress in the sport. But in Europe, we have many other guys. Two similar
Yes.
situations. Of course, your situation was like very much dominant, and it should be made more famous in my opinion. Chris Steps also beat Mindaugas Teresitis. That was also kind of
Yes.
a similar situation, and I think I'm
Yeah.
planning on getting him on the show as well. If he wants to come, he'll be welcome. So, what is your next goal, brother? Like, you have already won your category. I don't think you have any doubt. You won left-handed pretty easily, and right-handed, I think
Yes.
you mentioned there was one tough match for you.
Yeah, yeah. The one Kazakhstani athlete was really strong for a junior. He's 17 years old, really strong. But
Yeah.
my goals would be probably winning the European Championship next year with 4 gold medals, and the next World Championship as well with 4 gold medals. Those are my goals.
Right. So, what exactly are the rules of competing? I would ask you for both situations in the division in terms of age. Like, how can a junior just skip the youth class and compete in the seniors? Like, is it like you have already done that? So, I will not ask if it is possible or not. And what are the rules for weight category? Because I heard someone say, maybe it was Engin Terzi, that Alijan Muratov was weighing only 92 kilos and he had to like force feed himself, wear a lot of clothes, and to weigh over 100 kilos so that he can compete in 110 plus, because you can only compete in one higher class. So why there is no such rule for
Yes, yes.
the juniors and youth and senior thing?
I honestly don't know, but I think it's because age is not the same thing as weight, you
Yeah.
know. So that's why I think that there's no like requirement that you need to go in uh, youth category before you can go to seniors. That's what I think.
Yeah. So what happened in the right arm division? Like, did you compete in the senior division, right-handed as well?
Uh, Sadly, I didn't because I had a shoulder injury on my right hand because 2 weeks before the World Championship, I was in Hungary on Judgment Day. It's another international competition that's held every year, and I hurt my shoulder when I was arm wrestling with one of their junior guys, and he was super strong as well. And then the injury just got worse and worse, and I tried to fix it in time, but I didn't manage. And now, when I was competing in the junior class again, I it kind of brought that injury back and didn't go away. So I kind of said that I'm going to spare my arm and not going to risk an injury.
So you're winning world championships with an injured arm. Another amazing thing. So I want to ask you, brother, how do you like? I'll get to that question later, but first I want to ask you. You mentioned you're planning on winning 4 medals. So how are you planning on beating Ongarbayev on the next time?
I don't think I'm going to go in the 100 kilo
Okay,
class category.
110. Then the Kazakh guy,
Yeah,
or maybe
but
Sandris.
yeah, but I actually think that I have a better chance against Sandris than against Ongarbayev. But I don't know. I will see. Maybe I will go in the 100 kilo class. It might change. It changes in a day. My opinion changes in a day. So yeah, I'm planning on doing it simply by continuing to train constantly. So I don't have a preparation for a championship 1 month, let's say, before a championship. I prepare during the whole year. I constantly train every single day. I don't have a break, a single break. So that's how I'm planning to win those 4 gold medals.
All right. Oh, and sorry, brother, I forgot you mentioned what was your height again? How tall are you?
Well, 187 centimeters.
All right, so about little bit more than six two, around 6'2", and you are weighing 103 kilos and at 18
Yeah.
years old. So I think you can easily be a 125 kg guy when you get big,
Yeah.
130 at least. Your future is definitely in the super heavyweight division. It will be like almost impossible. And talking about physique, of course you're going to gain weight. Are you still increasing, like in terms of height, getting taller or not? Have you stopped?
Uh, I think I stopped gaining height. Yeah, I definitely stopped gaining height. For some years, I have already been at this height,
All
so
right.
I think it stopped.
There are some guys who grow up to the age of even 19, and there are some guys like me. I was the same height, 5'10" and a half, 179 centimeters when I was 15 years old, and I'm still still at that height even now. So that is
Yeah,
disappointing for me.
yeah.
Okay, Reno is a massive talent. Yes, of course, that is why he is here. Andrea Jekwaldaze, thank you for joining. Switching between 100 kg and 110 kg. Okay, we'll see. Ask him about Lemperelli and Battaglia matches. He beat in Italy 110 kg senior WAF champion and third place WAF 110 plus manual. Okay, please, can you relate to these matches? Maybe I was not able to pronounce them correctly.
Yeah. So Emmanuel Battaglia is a champion from Italy. He is one in the 110 plus kilo class, and he competed on the World Championships. And if I remember correctly, he was third in his class on the left hand. I think so, or second. And there is Lamparelli. He's as well a Italian champion, very famous guy, super strong as well. And this year in April, there was a championship. It's called Super Match Italy, and I was over there. And in the absolute category, I managed to beat both of them. But Battaglia actually got 2 wins on me in the final, so I was second
All
on
right.
the left arm.
Okay. It is good. Like WAF is giving us a lot of data. Like it is going to have more and more importance because now we have these super match organizations. Anginters is organizing 15, 16 matches every 3 months. King of the Table are
Yeah.
also organizing matches, 4 or 5 matches every 3 months. So they are going to definitely have a closer look at WAF now, and people are also going to look because now the entire arm wrestling community is very good at suggesting possible super matches. So I'm trying to get a good clip out of this interview. So be prepared with a very good answer. Like
Okay.
one match that is in my mind, and I'm quite sure I've read many comments as well. Reno versus Schoolboy. Would you love to have that super match, right-handed or left-handed? And what do you think your chances are against Schoolboy?
I would love to have that match. I think it would be great, more for like publicity purposes. I think I would have quite an easy time with him. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I really do believe that. Uh, but yeah, that would be a great match. And it doesn't matter on what hand. If he wants to do both hands, it really doesn't matter. But I would love to have that match.
All right. So basically, what Reno just said that he's going to destroy Schoolboy, but he has worked really hard on his social media. He's a very famous name, so Schoolboy
Yeah.
is welcome to get defeated, and which is very big. Schoolboy is the youth champion, like remember. But
Yes.
you are
Yes.
also messing with the senior guys. This is something what Schoolboy is not doing right now or has not done ever, and he's like 120 kilos bigger than you, taller than you, older than you. He's
Yeah.
22 years old, and still you are very confident. I think you have already has had those matches to back that up. Like I think you will be the favorite in many eyes who are familiar with arm wrestling, who know there are levels in arm wrestling, and Schoolboy is going to be the favorite for most of the people, I
Yeah.
would say, is
Yeah.
going to be at least 80-90%
Yeah. People
favorite.
people know him more.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it is a good match. It should happen. It should happen. Of course, without a weight cap. If there is a weight cap, I don't think he would have any chance at all. So let's see if someone can make this match happen. King of the table, king of the table. Invite these guys. And from that, please tell us something about your social media handles. Like where are you on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook? Where can
Yes.
arm wrestling fans follow you?
I have Instagram, Facebook, and a YouTube channel where I do videos on how I train and how other people can train. I try to give as much information as I can for free. So yeah, because when I started arm wrestling, I was trying to find a good, reliable source on like how you can train and how you should train, and I really couldn't find any at that time. So now I'm trying to kind of give people the opportunity to have the best possible information for completely free. So I tell everything that I do for my training.
So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all accounts are with your name, same or
Yes,
any other name.
yeah, it's my
All right,
name.
guys. I think it will be easy for you to find Reno. Please subscribe to the channel, and after that, I'll make a community post as well. Maybe how many subscribers do you have currently, or and is your channel monetized?
My channel is not yet monetized, but I have 1,400 400 subscribers right now.
And how many hours? 500,000 hours?
Uh, 1,500 hours of watch time.
Okay. I think we can get you monetized. Maybe not right now, but I think we can get you to 2000 watch hours at least. We'll try after this
Fabulous.
interview ends. And let me read some questions if there are any. We have a $5, £5 super chat from Carson Richards. Thank you very much, brother. Reno is a great inspiration for all of us. How big is arm wrestling in Croatia? Are there more phenoms like him?
Um, Arm wrestling in Croatia is still not so popular as it might should be because we're actually spread throughout the media here in Croatia, but people still think it's a kind of sport that they don't even think it's a sport. They think it's a activity that you do in the bar, for a drink. But that we're trying to get it more and more popular as we go on.
And if we talk about the overalls as well, seniors as well, can anyone beat you in your own country?
Well, we had an overall category this year, and I did lose to some of our seniors. But the first place would be my mentor, Andrija Šimić. He's the one who actually showed me how to train correctly, and I would be the second strongest in Croatia, I think.
All right, second strongest. So Marcus Kiger is saying he will destroy Schoolboy. Huge gap. Larry is a better match for him. Larry Wheels. I'm not sure about that. What do you think about that match?
Uh, well, I think that I'm more experienced when it comes to technique. I think that Larry is a really strong guy, but he's lacking in experience. I think that's the biggest issue. And even if he is stronger, I think I would beat him just by my techniques.
That is absolutely fair. Performance enhancing pancakes, guys. Please subscribe to Performance Enhancing Pancakes, making great videos. Yes, Rino's training videos are very good. So he Performance Enhancing Pancakes just did a video on you about a couple of hours
Yes.
ago, and it has already like
Yeah.
maybe 3,000 views. So which is very good. Hopefully this interview also gets a couple of thousand views, and I think brother you are getting the attention that you deserve. So I would like to ask you, how do you manage to travel to other countries to compete? Like, do you have to find some sponsors? Do you have a job? Like, how do you manage that
Uh,
financially?
luckily, luckily we have financial support from our
Government.
country.
Yeah.
From our country, we have financial support that allows us to travel. Because without that, we really couldn't take anyone on these championships. And our president of our federation, Alexander Yakovac, he is an amazing person as well. He organizes all of that, and without him, it wouldn't be possible at all to go to these championships and perform.
So, are there any incentives, any benefits when you win world championships? Like, do you get some prize money or something similar?
Uh, well, I used to get some prize money, but as of right now, my city is not in such a good position financially, so they are not paying me anything. But I used to get a monthly, how do you say that? I got monthly payments at the end of the month. I got paid for my success on the championship.
Okay, so would you mind telling us how much exactly that is money? Like, can you survive on that money? Like, how much is that?
Uh, Oh, I couldn't survive on that much money, but it's definitely something. At least I'm getting something.
Yeah, yeah.
For someone
So
that is my age, that I don't need to pay anything really. So it's good money for getting some new equipment for arm wrestling. And we have a gym here in my hometown, and I try to promote arm wrestling as much as I can. And getting new equipment is quite important for the new guys that come over and try to uh, get interested in arm wrestling.
yeah, yeah. So what exactly are you doing right now? Are you studying or looking for a job, having a job, and do you plan on making arm wrestling as a full-time career for yourself?
Well, that would be like the best scenario, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to do such a thing. But right now I'm still in high school, so I'm in the fourth year of high school here in Croatia, and yeah, I'm planning on going the sports route of things. So do some kind of college that uh, is all about sports. That's my plan.
All right. Okay. So, what exactly is what I would say financial requirement in Croatia for living an average life? Like in India, if you earn $1,000 a month, you can live a good life. So, what exactly would that amount be in your mind in your country?
Well, for $1,000 would be enough for a single person here in Croatia as well, but you wouldn't be able to live like super nicely. It would be just enough to get you through the month for your most basic needs, as prices have been getting higher for food and everything because of the situation between Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah. Okay, so arm wrestling fan is saying, does Reno want to be a super heavyweight? We've already discussed that, brother. Yes, he will be a super heavyweight. Reno is a super talent, huge potential. Timmy Turner is saying 87 centimeters. Reno versus Irakli in the future with a question mark. What do you think about Irakli? I don't think you're ready for Irakli yet. I think we can
I'm
say that
definitely not
clearly.
ready for Irakli, but yeah, that would be a great match in the future. In maybe 3 years, that would be a good match.
And Andrew M with a very interesting and good comment. The real schoolboy. You are the real schoolboy saying
Yeah,
call
yeah.
call out Bowen for the views. Nah, I don't think Ryan Bowen versus Reno will be a good match. Ryan is not on the same level. Wow, Pradeep interviewing the uprising star Irfan. Yes. I will be honest with you. This is the first time I really got interested in WAF, and you won't believe, Reno. I watched all the live streams, like of course on 3x speed and increasing right up to the matches. But maybe I've went through like 500 hours of arm wrestling in WAF. I was just looking for the interesting matches and popular
Yeah,
names.
yeah.
Yeah, just I kept forwarding, downloaded all the videos, and that was like, I would say, real, like when I just left my phone, like I'm done with it. I had a real headache watching so many matches at 3x speed, like, but it was enjoyable. At least I got to know many athletes who are the rising stars. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm planning on interviewing Kristaps Blomanis as well. He also did a great job there. Wow, Pradeep. Okay, already read that. Real high school by Reynolds. So what is your next competition, brother? Where are you going to compete now? Like, what is the plan?
I'm well. My next competition is in Switzerland. I'm going for a super match with one of their champions at the 100 kilo class as well, on the right hand. So that would be my next competition, and after that is Europeans.
Okay, have you ever had any super match like at a high level?
At the high level, no, but I did have a few amateur super matches.
All right. So let's assume, I think Engin Terzi will be watching this interview. If he isn't, I'll send this video to him. And Core Sports, King of the Table guys, I'll send this video to them as well. Who do you want to face? Do you think you should belong on the stage of East versus West or King of the Table? And if you do, where do you see yourself? Like, who do you want to compete with?
Well, I think I might need one more year to really earn a spot in East versus West or King of the Table. But I would definitely love to have a super match with Sandris. I think it would be a great match between us two. We will see on the European Championships how we will go, because I'll be in his weight class, and it will be really interesting. After that, I think I would have a better opinion on who I would want to face.
Yeah, which is a fair assessment. And till that time, I would advise you to keep working on your social media, brother. I think you already know it is a massive thing. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
you can beat Ryan Bowen. You will beat Ryan Bowen. But he's getting those opportunities. He's already getting a match at East versus West. And you rightfully said that you need a year or two more to compete, to be able to compete there, to be able to belong on that stage. And if you have a big social media presence, you can belong there way earlier than you
Yeah.
would, just based
I,
off your
I
talent.
started doing more stuff about for social media, but I do find it quite hard, as I don't know, I never done something like that before, so it takes a bit of getting used to.
Yeah, and I saw your videos. You're already really confident by the way you speak on camera and by the way you're speaking now during this interview. You're already there. You're already really confident, and I think your channel should grow soon with the training videos and everything.
Thank you.
You have interest in that as well. You have already mentioned, and it doesn't feel like it looks like you're a very maybe 30-year-old guy who has a ton of experience, not only in arm wrestling but in life as well, which is great. Reno versus Lachlan Adair, performance enhancing pancake is saying.
Uh, I think I would win that match. I'm pretty confident I would.
All
Yeah,
right.
but it would be a good match as well.
Both left and right.
Yes, yes.
Devil Raper is saying, Pradeep, Can, of course, here to ask questions. This is my job. Can you ask Reno when he pulled Ongarbayev, was there any strategy that could beat him and where he needs to be stronger? You felt that you could have done anything there because the match ended like really quickly.
Yeah, I didn't really feel that I could have done anything to win against him. Maybe a flop wrist press, but I would have been able to stop him for like a half a second, maybe more than I did when I tried top rolling him. But if I wanted to win against him, I think I needed to. I think I need to have a stronger hand and stronger back pressure. Definitely, I think those are the two main things.
All right. And Timmy Turner, yes, we already discussed about the Ongarbayev match in the beginning of this live stream. PEP saying secret to method to grow his YouTube channel. If you want to know the secret method to grow a YouTube channel, watch Performance Enhancing Pancakes. This guy is getting more views than anyone else. He's getting more views than Devon Ladd, than John Brezing, than Engin Terzi, getting most number of views. So he definitely knows the secret. Easy press, okay. He's mature compared to his age, definitely. Pradeep, coaching young stars. Yes, this is something that where I can coach the young stars how to grow social media. Pradeep,
Yeah.
is Reno right-handed or left-handed? Important question, I forgot to ask.
I am right-handed.
Okay, you are right-handed. Just being a better top roller, basically. Timmy asked that. Okay, all right. So, brother, thank you very much for joining here. About almost 40 minutes. And anything that you want to say to any organizers, any promoters, arm wrestling viewers, apart from subscribing to Reno's channel, I'll link that in the description and in a community post after this interview ends. So, please, any final comments for the viewers?
Well, I would like to thank you, first of all, for inviting me and allowing me to be here. It's an honor speaking to you and talking to you. Well, I really don't have anything special to say. I think I'm not yet ready to go into the pro scene, let's say, of arm wrestling. But in a year, I will definitely be more prepared for such things.
And thank you, brother. The pleasure is mine. I'm kind of lucky that I got into the arm wrestling scene early, that even with such a small channel, I can have the opportunity, the luxury to interview world champions. This is something only we can have when the sport gets big. For the new guys, new YouTubers, new journalists like me, it wouldn't be possible. So the lucky person, if there is any in this conversation, it is definitely me. Thank you very much. I wish you all the luck in the future, and we'll definitely invite you here again if you have some time.